You know that feeling, right? Small talk.
Mm.
It seems so simple, just a few casual words. But when you're trying to connect, maybe in a new language, well, it can feel like climbing Mount Everest without a map.
Yeah, that awkward silence where you just freeze up.
Exactly. That feeling of wanting to say something, but you don't know what, or maybe how to keep it going. It's a really common thing.
Absolutely. It's a big hurdle for language learners, definitely. But, what our sources suggest is that it's maybe far more approachable and more beneficial than it seems at first glance.
Okay, well, that's good news. So today, we're doing a deep dive into this surprisingly powerful world of English small talk.
Right.
Our mission really is to unpack some practical, actionable strategies, things from the sources you've shared with us, to help you feel more comfortable, more confident starting those everyday conversations.
Think of it as like a shortcut, maybe. Turning those quick, casual encounters into, well, genuine connections.
And it's a great way to boost your English fluency too, right?
Oh, massively. This deep dive, it's really for you, the listener, the learner, who wants to get that knowledge quickly and feel, empowered, not overwhelmed.
Yeah, we don't want to overwhelm. We want practical tips for real-life English interactions.
Exactly. We'll show you how just a few simple phrases, and maybe a bit of a shift in mindset, can open doors. You'd be surprised. New connections, navigating social stuff more easily.
Okay, let's get into it then. Small talk. It gets such a bad rap sometimes, doesn't it? Like it's just polite filler.
Yeah, just something you have to do.
Right, to avoid that awkward silence. But the sources we looked at, they really stress it's much more than that. It's not just, a social nicety. It's a vital skill for building relationships, improving your fluency, making connections in everyday life.
And the goal isn't perfection. That's key.
No, definitely not. It's about communicating, right? Connecting on a human level.
Absolutely. And what's really clear from the research is how these brief chats, the ones we often dismiss, they're actually foundational. They build what sociologists sometimes call social capital.
Okay, social capital. Tell me more.
It's basically those networks, relationships, trust. Small talk is like the social lubricant. It just eases interactions, helps build that basic rapport.
Social lubricant. I like that. Okay, so let's picture this. You're in a coffee shop, waiting in line. Happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. Your morning coffee.
Exactly. And someone next to you just smiles and says, lovely weather today, isn't it? Simple.
Right. And what's insightful there is how that simple comment, if you respond with something open, like, yeah, it's perfect for a walk. Do you come here often?
Ah, so not just yes.
Exactly. An open question. Suddenly you could be in a 5-minute chat about, I don't know, favorite local parks or something.
And it's not just passing time.
No, It's a micro connection, a little shared moment. It can actually, brighten your day or even lead somewhere else later.
Yeah, I can see that. And it injects a bit of positivity, doesn't it? Into just like routine moments. I remember once a grocery store checkout line, long line.
Oh, yeah. The worst.
Totally. And I just casually asked the person ahead of me, do you know any good recipes for like summer salads? Just popped into my head.
And connecting that to the bigger picture. It just shows how small talk can spark these positive, unexpected connections, even with total strangers.
It really enriched that moment, you know?
Absolutely. That simple question, it led to a friendly chat about cooking. Made the way better for both of you, probably. Finding those little sparks of, shared humanity.
It really is about that. And it's not just strangers, right? It helps in professional settings, too.
Oh, definitely.
Myra's husband, he started a new job recently. And he mentioned how a colleague just came up and asked, so what do you enjoy doing after work?
Nice. Simple, low stakes.
Exactly. It wasn't about work. It just broke the ice, made him feel instantly a bit more comfortable and more connected in that new place.
And this brings up a really important point, I think, about missed opportunities. How many everyday moments just slide by?
Where we could connect.
Yeah. Just because we underestimate the power of a quick, friendly word. Small talk, it's like a muscle,
Yeah.
You build it bit by bit.
Step by step.
Right. Even a really short, friendly exchange, it can lay groundwork, make you feel like you belong. It makes a difference.
Okay, so it's powerful. We get that. But where do we start? For someone who finds those first moments really daunting, what do the sources say?
Well, that's where this idea of safe topics comes in. Think about it. What's easy, universal, doesn't need deep personal info.
The weather. Has to be the weather.
The weather, of course.
Yeah.
The classic, looks like it might rain later or a bit chilly today, isn't it? It's always there. It's the go-to.
Okay, but beyond weather, what else is safe territory?
It's mostly about looking around you. Your immediate environment. Finding something you both share in that moment.
Shared experiences.
Exactly. Like if you're both stuck in a massive queue somewhere. Right. A simple, wow, I didn't expect the line to be this long today, did you? Instantly connects you because you're, literally in the same boat.
Okay. Or like in a bakery.
Yeah. Gosh, everything smells amazing if you're this morning. Focuses on something you're both experiencing. My colleague Emma, she just starts the workday with a simple, how's your morning going so far? Sets a nice tone.
These are all really low risk, aren't they?
Totally. Low risk, high reward kind of openings.
Okay, I see how that lowers the pressure. So you find a safe topic. Then the next trick is framing the questions, right? Keeping it going.
Mm-hmm.
This is where mastering open-ended questions comes in, moving beyond just yes or no.
Crucial.
So instead of like, do you like coffee? Maybe ask.
What kind of coffee do you usually go for? Or how do you normally start your day? Something that needs more than one word. And what's really insightful here, I think, is how these questions actually empower the other person. They get to lead a bit.
Makes them feel heard.
Heard and valued. Yeah. It creates a sense of like psychological safety.
Yeah.
And interest.
Yeah.
Builds that rapport much quicker than just closed questions. They invite a longer answer, which gives you time to listen and think.
And listening is definitely key. We'll get back to that. Other examples, maybe what do you do for work? That's common.
Yep. Or seen any good movies lately, or any plans for the holidays coming up?
All good jumping off points. Okay, so it's not just what you say, it's how you say it and, well, what your body's doing too, right?
Oh, absolutely. The sources really stress showing interest. Through simple verbal things, but also body language.
So verbally, maybe things like, oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, or tell me more. Even just short things like, I see, or, that's good, shows you're tracking.
Right, you're engaged.
And then there's the nonverbal, which makes you wonder, how much of our communication is nonverbal?
A lot, probably.
A huge amount, especially in small talk.
Yeah.
A genuine smile, a little nod, making eye contact, but, comfortable eye contact. Not staring? No. It's incredibly powerful. It just signals, I'm friendly, I'm approachable, I'm interested. Makes the other person feel comfortable, more willing to chat.
Yeah. Sometimes that speaks louder than words, doesn't it? Especially if you're still maybe not super confident with the language.
Exactly.
I remember, actually, when I was first learning Spanish, ages ago, I tried to say, it's a lovely day, but I completely messed up the grammar. Like, completely.
Uh-oh.
But the person I was talking to, they didn't correct me or anything. They just smiled really kindly, and we both sort of chuckled about it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was a mistake, but that shared little laugh, it actually made me less scared to try again, because I realized, no, the connection was the point, not the perfect sentence.
That's a perfect example. That's what language experts call lowering the affective filter.
Affective filter.
Yeah, basically your anxiety level. When you're willing to just try, even knowing you might make mistakes, it reduces that anxiety. It lets the connection happen. Most people, honestly, they'll appreciate the effort.
Yeah, they're usually, quote, forgiving.
Totally. The effort, the human connection, that's what matters.
Okay, so you've asked an open question. They've answered. What's next? Because it's definitely a two-way street, isn't it?
Absolutely. You can't just interview them?
No. You have to be ready to share a little bit yourself. So if someone asks, how was your weekend? Don't just say, good, right? The conversation killer. Try adding a detail. It was good. I went hiking on Saturday. Exhausting, but the views were amazing.
Yeah, that gives them something real to respond to. It keeps it flowing.
Exactly. It's like reciprocity in communication.
Precisely. Myra's friend James, he actually developed this little technique. He just started adding one more sentence to every answer he gave.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So if someone said, busy morning, instead of just, yep, he'd say, yeah, had to drop the kids off, then stop by the pharmacy.
Ah, so it opens a door.
Totally. It invites them to ask more or share something themselves, turns a dead end into like an open path.
Nice little trick. Okay, so you share, and then crucially, you have to listen actively and respond naturally.
It's just as much about listening as speaking, maybe more sometimes.
Definitely. You need to pick up on keywords, phrases, understand what they're actually saying so you can respond properly.
Mm-hmm. And a good technique is maybe repeating or rephrasing a little bit of what they said.
How so?
Well, if someone says, oh, it's been such a busy week, you say, really? A busy week? What's been keeping you so busy?
Ah, okay. It shows you heard them.
Exactly. shows you're listening, you're engaged, and it gives them a clear invitation to say more.
And this connects back to that idea of making people feel heard, right?
Absolutely. Active, empathetic listening. It's essential for building real connection, real rapport. Shows you're interested, not just waiting for your turn to talk.
Yeah, definitely. And the sources also mention noticing shared experiences as a great way to connect.
Like finding common ground in the moment.
Yeah. Myra's husband, David, again, he was at this really long training session. Everyone was kind of flagging.
Uh-huh.
Been there. Right. And during a bruck, he just saw someone standing alone looking a bit tired. And he went over and said, "Man, long sessions like this always make me sleepy. How about you?"
Smart, simple, relatable.
Totally. And that little comment, apparently, it just immediately created a bond.
Yeah, it's observational, it's empathetic, it's a low-stakes opening, all in one.
And it led to a friendly chat, boosted his confidence about talking to new colleagues, just from noticing they were sharing that sleepy feeling.
It works. Okay, and this leads us to something really simple but powerful.
Go on.
The phrase, "What about you?"
Ah, yes. The magic phrase.
It really is. What the sources emphasize here is how it acts like a conversational boomerang.
A boomerang.
Yeah. You toss the conversation back to them. It shows immediate interest, keep things going, and you don't have to invent a whole new topic on the spot.
Right. It takes the pressure off you a bit.
Totally.
Yeah.
Someone says, "I usually walk to work." You can say, "Oh, that's great exercise. What about you? Do you enjoy walking every day?" Boom. Keeps the ball in play.
Simple, but effective. Okay, so ultimately, like any skill, it just comes down to practice, doesn't it? Practice makes progress.
Definitely progress, not perfection. And the first rule of practice.
Don't worry about mistakes.
Exactly. Everyone makes them. Even native speakers trip over their words sometimes. Remember the goal. Communicate, connect.
Not linguistic perfection.
Right. Which brings up a good question for you, the listener. Are you willing to just try? Knowing that every attempt, even if you stumble a bit,
It helps you grow.
it helps you grow and it lowers that affective filter, that anxiety. Every little chat is a small win.
Totally agree. Okay, so practical tips for practice. Our sources recommend preparing a few go-to comments and phrases.
Yeah, having a few openers in your back pocket, like, "How was your weekend?" or "What do you do for work?" reduces that, what do I say, panic.
Takes away some of the mental load in the moment.
And beyond just openers, maybe some short, simple comments for different situations, like, "That looks interesting," if someone's reading. Or, "Wow, this place is really busy today," if you're in a crowd.
Things you can pull out quickly.
Exactly. And the more you maybe mentally rehearse them or even say them out loud at home.
Practice in the mirror.
Yeah. Or record yourself. It sounds silly, but it makes them feel more natural when you actually need them.
Okay, so situational planning too. Imagine being at the bus stop or the bakery or work. What could you actually say?
And set tiny goals. Really small. Like, today, I'll make eye contact and smile at one person. Or I'll say hello to the cashier.
Start small. Myra's friend Linda, apparently she makes it part of her morning routine, just one small sentence a day.
Yeah, challenge yourself to say something brief to a neighbor or the person at the coffee counter. Builds confidence without feeling like huge pressure.
That's smart. Okay, another point that came up was tone and pace.
Oh, crucial. How you sound really impacts how you're perceived.
So the advice is?
Speak slowly and clearly. Don't rush.
Why is that so important?
Well, firstly, it helps others understand you better, obviously. But maybe just as importantly, it gives you more time to think.
Yeah, breathing room.
Exactly. Time to formulate your thoughts. It makes your English sound more natural, more inviting. Creates a calmer vibe for everyone.
Good point. And finally, a really simple one. Politeness.
Can't overstate this one.
Just basic stuff, right? Thank you. Excuse me. Have a nice day.
Super easy ways to practice English, and they just show basic kindness and goodwill.
Makes everything smoother.
Absolutely. Politeness is like universal social currency. Makes conversations nicer, encourages people to be nice back. Low effort, high impact.
Definitely. Okay, one last thing before we wrap up. Just as important as starting.
Knowing how to finish.
Right. How to politely exit a conversation. You want to leave a good impression.
You do. Wrap it up gracefully. A simple, "Well, it was really nice talking to you," works wonders.
Or, "I should probably get going, but have a great rest of your day."
Exactly. Even a short, polite goodbye makes a difference. Leaves that positive final feeling. Might even make them more likely to chat next time.
Good point. Okay, so let's just unpack this whole thing quickly. We've done this deep dive, and it seems pretty clear that small talk is way more than just words.
Yeah, it's about attitude, isn't it? Creating that psychological safety, building actual relationships.
Being friendly, curious, open, and the chances to do it are literally everywhere. Grocery store, work, waiting in line.
All those everyday moments. And this deep dive, I think it shows clearly that small talk is a skill. You can learn it. You can get better at it.
One friendly chat at a time.
Exactly. It's not about perfect grammar. It's about making those simple connections, showing you're interested, being polite. Low-stakes stuff, really.
So thinking about you, the listener, what does this all actually mean for you? How many of those little, maybe overlooked moments in your day, could they be chances?
Opportunities for connection, for growth.
Yeah. Just by offering a friendly word, what new perspectives might you gain? What surprising new friendships might pop up?
If you just initiated one small conversation today.
Exactly. The magic of small talk, it's really just out there, waiting for you to discover it.